Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about the smart contract, a new version of smart contract, which is different from the smart contract you heard in the Ethernet community. Um, you already know that it's kind of very complicated to learn that. Um, and I also think that if we you know place our contract based on the other blockchain, one day if the blockchain gets out of life, where do you um, get this evidence? So I think that it's better to have to save the evidence yourself, everyone user. For these third-party companies, they don't. If you don't pay them, they don't have the liability and responsibility to save the chain for you. The purpose and let's back to this very uh, original start point of this um, you know smart contract, because we need the contract because we want everyone to have the evidence to prove that your rights and your benefits and your cut from this slaves you cut off from this business, right? So if every participants can witness and together to make this change, and everybody agree on this, then it becomes the evidence that everyone agree on, right? So so I use this kind of idea that when you want uh, for instance, you're running a crowdfunding website for others to collect money, from the public, so that every individual they have an opportunity to invest every business that potentially is good business, right? Apart from investing the money from stock, they can find a new opportunity to invest in this new um, startup companies. Uh, usually before that, usually the startup companies look for money from the investors. With are rich, they are rich and had a lot of money, you know, like a big company. But now with this crowdfunding website, with this blockchain technology, the startup company could have a lot of opportunity, to look for money from the public, from every individuals. So it's a kind of a win-win situation. You both have the opportunity, you know. So every individual, uh, they have the opportunity to become the shareholder of this potentially good company, right? Maybe one day this company becomes big, and you become the shareholder of this very big company, and the very early shareholder that can make a lot of money from it. So I do think it's this kind of small contract is very good for this business. For It's good for both investors, individual investors, and also these companies who are trying very hard to look for money as an um, angel, as an angel funding, right? I myself, in back in China, I find it difficult to fundraising from the investors, because they are um, in China, it's a kind of different situation. Also, that the investors they have to they, sometimes they have to they prefer something over the other business, right? So and the investor, they're just a handful of investors compared to crowdfunding, right? So the opportunity is much narrowed, So most most investors, when I come to them, They ask me, what's your work experience? Do you have a doctorate degrees, or do you have work experience in Google, the other big companies? You know, um, they trust it, because once they decide to invest you, that's quite a lot of money. Mm, but for the crowdfunding, it's kind of different situation. As an as an individual, if I have some money put aside on a bank, I would like to spend my eggs in different boxes. Maybe the just a small amount of money. It's kind of like a pocket money, pocket money. So even that business failed, you don't lose too much. Not not like not like the investment companies. They are actually they have to invest very fully and about this company because they cannot take the risk because the even the angel funding is quite it's not a small money, right? So this opens more opportunity for this right is for this early early stage companies, startup companies, because the cloud, the public can share kind of the can share the risk, right? Even if this business failed, the um you know it I don't know. I mean, it's increased the opportunity for these startup companies to get the investment. Okay, that's my point. Okay, so this is how it works, and if this is it is now incubator, if it's an incubator, a new version of incubator, and now this incubator can offer these mechanisms like you can build a blockchain for this project for this startup company. So every investor, like you have thousands or several hundreds of thousands of investors, they are potentially interested in this project and they want to take part in this investment. And each of them can download this money app on their computer during a period of time. So every money it's like an online investor in the meetings during a long range of time, like a month, 1 month. So every everyone witness each you know each investment. Then they can build up. Then they can build a chain at the end of this investment. At the end of the investment, so they would have the agreement that how much each person will get how much you know how much return from this company, from this startup company if they have revenue or like something they earn some money. Also, um, uh, the investor can be the man can be the man as well, but you can have you can if this incubator is good enough, have a good reputation. They do several. The crowd knows that you have you do incubate some a lot of the good companies. Yeah, good eyes. You pick a good startup company into your in your incubator program. So the you gain a good reputation to the public, and the more miners were willing to join your company to become your dedicated miner, so they can witness every this blockchain um, production, right? So they get one time they either get a one time one time um, um, in a what are in count and like a reward, one time reward or gives a little share of this startup company as well. Each each chain they make. Okay, so so that's an idea, and so I think the purpose and the process is quite swift.